it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and today in this video, I'm gonna go over my top 10 things you should never do at a tea party. So tea parties are fun, but you also have to remember to be on your best behavior. Excuse me, my tongue is twisted. And when you're at a tea party, it's not like a regular party where you can go and have fun. Everybody gets all elegant and fancy at tea parties. So you should always be on your best behavior. There are certain things you should never do, and I'm gonna get started, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I'm gonna be fairly honest, I only did one of these things at a tea party, but that was just okay because I was off the hook and it was at school. So I will explain that story in a little bit, and I'm gonna get started. So number one on my list would have to be show up in street clothes. You never want to show up in street clothes because tea parties are very elegant and fancy. You should show up in a really nice dress or some very nice pants and a very nice shirt. You never want to show up in a regular t-shirt or jeans. That's not really appropriate to wear at a tea party, especially if your tea party is like very elegant and everything. It's okay to wear, like, if you don't wear dresses, it's okay to wear really nice pants and a really nice shirt. Just don't show up in a regular t-shirt, tank top, unless the tank top is nice, or like jean shorts or ripped jeans. Those are not really appropriate to wear to a tea party. Number two on my list would have to be show up in street shoes like sneakers, Tevas, flip-flops. Those are not really the most appropriate shoes to wear. A lot of people, when they're going to tea parties, they wear really nice sandals, they wear really nice high-heeled shoes, or they wear just some really cute dress shoes. And I'm gonna be fairly honest, I accidentally showed up at my school tea party. I didn't have any really nice shoes at the time, so I wore these sneakers that had no backs on them, and luckily my teacher let me off the hook because she understood why, because I didn't have really nice shoes at the time. And I wore them with this really big dress that my mom had given me for the tea party. And this dress was so hard to walk in. I'm gonna be really honest. It was like a really big, it was one of those like ball gown dresses. It wasn't very elegant. It was a dress my mom had given me for the tea party for school, and it was really hard. I had to kind of lift the dress up in order to walk because the dress covered my feet and I couldn't see where I was walking. But it happens. I mean, sometimes you wear really long dresses, but so my dress was fine that I wore at the party, but it's just my shoes were not appropriate. But luckily my teacher was nice and let me off the hook. Number three on my list would be sneeze on other people's food, because you never want to sneeze on other people's food because that's just really rude, because you're spreading your germs from your mouth when you sneeze, and then it goes on to other people's food. That's just really rude because you can get other people sick that way, because once germs go on food and people eat the food, then they can get sick from your germs. So it's not really polite to sneeze on people's food. It's really rude. If you have to sneeze, like, sneeze on the other side. Just don't ever sneeze around food. It's not really a good thing, and it's not very safe. Number four on my list would have to be burp. So you never want to burp at a tea party, especially if you're doing the tea party at a very elegant restaurant. It's not really a good thing because burping is really rude, and not a lot of people like the sound of people burping, and it grosses other people out. I mean, in some cultures, it's okay. Like in Japan, I heard that if you burp, it shows that you like the food. But not everybody wants to hear burping. Like in other places, it's not really polite to burp. But in Japan, the Japanese culture, it's completely fine. It's just, like I said, because it shows you like the food. But some other people just don't want to hear the sound of it when out of it because it kind of grosses other people out. So if you have to burp, definitely do it in the bathroom. Don't just do it in a tea party where everybody could hear you. Number 5 on my list had to be complain about the food. You never want to complain about the food at a tea party. That's really disrespectful and rude, just because it takes people a lot of time to prepare the food if they make it themselves, or if they're having their tea party at like a very elegant bake restaurant that has a really nice bakery. It's really disrespectful to go and complain about the food just because it takes a lot of money and time to put the food together. So if you don't like any of the food, maybe eat something before you go to the tea party. Don't just go and complain like, ew, this is disgusting, I don't like this food. It's just disrespectful. Number 6 on my list would have to be slurp your tea. You should never really slurp anything, any beverage, especially if you're in like an elegant restaurant. That's just really rude and it kind of grosses some people out. So it's okay to drink the tea, but if you're gonna slurp it really loud, it's really, really not appropriate to do it at a tea party, especially if the tea party is being held somewhere very elegant. You should just drink your tea gently. Gently, just don't make the slurping sound because that grosses some people out. Number 7 on my list would have to be on your phone. So you never want to be on your phone at a restaurant just because, at a tea party, just because that's just really rude and you're trying to socialize with guests. Yes, you don't want to like be looking at your phone the whole time, because if you do that, that's going to be so rude. Not a lot of people like when other people are on their cell phones the whole time. If you need to like take a call or text somebody really quickly, just just walk away really quickly and just do it when you're not around a bunch of people, because some people think it's really rude that you're on your phone the whole time. Number 8 on my list should be get into fights with other guests. This is really not appropriate anywhere when you're at like a wedding, party, gathering. It's not really appropriate to get into fights with other guests just because it shows that you are not going to get invited again, and it's not okay because it shows that you don't want to get along with people, and it's just not really the most appropriate thing to do, like at a tea party gathering, is to get into fights with other guests. You should always be on your best behavior and try your best to socialize with everybody. And if you have someone you're not having good vibes with, you should probably just ignore them and walk away. You should never just get into a fight at a tea party. Number 9 on my list would have to be splash your tea at someone. This is not okay to do just because the tea might be very hot and some people might be allergic to the ingredients that are in the tea. I mean, if you're frustrated with someone, it's not really mature to splash your tea at somebody, because it shows like that's very rude. And some people, if they're wearing like really nice clothes that are hard to get stains out of, you're ruining their outfit. It's just so disrespectful and not very mature. So if you're not having good vibes with somebody, just walk away. Don't splash your tea at them. That's just super rude. Number 10 on my list would have to be have a food fight. So you never want to have a food fight at a tea party just because if you're in like a really elegant place, you could definitely make a mess in the restaurant, which makes more work for people. Or if you're hosting your tea party at someone else's house, it's not really appropriate to have a fight and make a mess. It's just really disrespectful because some food stains will be really difficult to get off. And I know we see food fights on TV and in movies a lot, but you never want to have a food fight at a a food fight at a tea party. Excuse me for saying TV. I meant to say tea. Anyway, you never want to do that just because that's really rude. It's not very fun, and it just makes more cleanup for not only you, but the people, but everyone else at the party. And it's just really disrespectful to throw food at people and get into fights with food. It's just not okay. So those are my top 10 things you should never do at a tea party. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.